What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, in the last episode of Breaking Bad, we left off seeing the aftermath of Hank's little shootout that he had with those cartel brothers, and we see how much, obviously, he's a beloved figure within this show, you know, from everyone, from his wife, obviously, to his partner, and, you know, just in general as a person, to the entire community in this show. And we see how Walter is inching more and more closer to obviously getting almost spotted, because he had a lot of close calls in that episode, specifically with one of those brothers still being alive and seeing him and then wanting to take him out right then and there. But as we saw, he was a little legless at the time, so he couldn't really walk to him. But yeah, regardless though, we also see how, you know, him and Jesse are obviously back together again. You know, they're partners once again. They're getting ready to do their business problems, but business acquisitions, obviously. But then we also see specifically how you know, the whole aftermath with Hank kind of interfere with that some, and now we're seeing Walt obviously trying to showcase his caring, compassion side as a man instead of his drug side, as or whatever. But trying to see what else is there. Oh yeah, obviously Gus pretty much showed to us why he is the man that he is. You know, he not I still stand by my own theory that that was him who called Hank ahead of time and told them about the brothers so that he could take them out. And now, yeah, he got this other guy taken out too that the brothers worked under. So yeah, we're gonna have to see where this goes from here on out, because the last 3 episodes or so have been absolute bangers in general, like literally the last 3 episodes or so. But with that being said, we're gonna go on ahead and jump right on into this next episode, which is episode 9 of season 3. What's this called? Kafkaesque, I guess that's how it's pronounced. And we're gonna go on ahead and shoot out.
In the little village where I was born, life moved at a slower pace, yet felt all the richer. People call them Los Pollos Hermanos, the Chicken Brothers.
Ah, okay.
Carry on their tradition here, then slow.
That was a very persuading TV ad just then. Oh yeah, they had to make 400 pounds of that meth. Oh man. There he is. The man with the plan.
I've been keeping an eye on that blue meth of yours. Then all of a sudden, boom, it's popping.
You gonna bring that up in there while his wife is right there?
Up in Farmington?
She gonna be ready to kick you out again.
Tina here and
Then they showing that. Oh, I see you looking at him, Skyler.
Skyler.
Are we safe?
She asking the real question.
Yes.
Are you safe?
She still cares about him.
Since the genius can't be bothered, today's your lucky day.
You gotta have something that's a realistic money maker with the amount of money that you're able to spend.
There are some issues that could cause a misunderstanding between us, and I think it's best interest to lay the cards on the table.
Well, that's the best way to do business.
My brother-in-law, moments before he was
He's
attacked,
about to ask.
someone called to warn him. I believe that same person was protecting me. Those two men, the assassins. I believe I was their prime target. But that somehow they were steered away from me to my brother-in-law. Because of this intervention, I am alive. He would have the market to himself. I can't pretend I don't know that person is you. I went there to be no confusion. I know I owe you my life. And more than that, I respect the strategy. In your position, I would have done the same.
They're more alike than they think. One's just been doing it for a much longer time.
I don't know what happens when our 3-month contract ends.
What would you like to have?
You know why I do this.
I want security for my family.
Then you have it. 3 million for 3 months. That was our agreement.
Yeah, but what happens after the 3 months? You just gonna let it be?
Would that be agreeable?
This man, Walt, is living dangerously. Like, look at this dude. Oh, man.
Nice. And I didn't give the box to my mom. I traded it for an ounce of weed.
So the one thing that he sort of accomplished that was really good, he traded it away just like that.
Let's kick it back into gear. All right, let's start slinging again. Booyah!
Jesse wants to get his own business going.
Hey. The yield, come on.
201.8.
Oh, I see. He lied about it. All right, I see. He had to lie to him so he could take the little bit that he wanted. Well, that's just gonna be more problems between him and Walt. You can already see that coming from a mile away. So he invited his friend.
Okay, Brandon. You want to tell us something about yourself?
Why I'm here. It's just one thing. It's meth. It's bad. Thought I had it kicked a couple times, you know? But then, Jesus. Hit the streets and, wow.
Not that blue stuff.
Sorry, I didn't raise my hand.
I didn't know the other guy was there. I was like, huh? Then I was like, oh, okay, that other one.
I wish I never even heard of it. It's like lighting my whole head on fire.
Yeah.
Oh Lord! Don't tell me they're trying to get these people persuaded into buying it. I can kind of see what's going on.
Nah, man. Don't tell me that.
I hear it's back in town.
Fiends, man. Absolute demons.
I think Marie should know the truth.
Skyler, I really
No,
think
not the
this is a good
truth,
idea.
but maybe you could help? Oh, all right. Okay, all right.
Walt and I, we've had our problems lately. You know that. Isn't that right?
All right, she trying to throw it another way instead of talking about it being done the crooked way. It's
How much money?
It's into seven figures.
Holy
say that.
God. Marie. You will take that money. Use it to take care of Hank.
Please. Marie, let us help.
Well,
Did you come up with that? Wait, where? Where did you possibly?
I learned from the best.
yo, man, nah, they both messed in the head.
Somehow, something tells me that Hank is here because of you. And I'm not forgetting that.
Yo, don't tell me, okay, never mind. That's how the episode ends. Oh, man. So basically, this whole episode was dedicated to teaching us viewers that you can't just earn money in illegal ways and expect to keep it all without not being suspected of doing something shady or behind the back. But yeah, with that being said, yeah, Skyler at the end pretty much just flat out told a huge lie just so she could help the woman, Hank's wife. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. She that lie was actually really good though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it was so good to a point to where had you have watched this episode and ignored all the others, you might actually would have believed her. Like, literally. That's how good it was. But yeah, a lot of problems going on between the characters and their specific situations that are going on. Obviously, with Jesse at the beginning talking to Walter about how they're not earning their fair share or their amount or anything like that, and how he feels like they're being cheated out of what they are actually owed. And it's pretty understandable to some degrees, you know. They're making the meth, they're doing all that, you know, they're doing the hardest of the work, but they're only getting, like, I forgot what he said. He said it was only like a small percentage of it compared to what Gus and a lot of those other guys were making and all that. But yeah, regardless though, it and also, you know, we see how Jesse and his boys are basically gonna try to sell a little bit of that meth that they already had on the side so that they can earn themselves some extra. And man, I gotta say, it's gonna end up causing a split between him and Walt for real. Like, for real. Like, this is one of the first times I think Jesse is actually going to kind of go behind Walt's back a little bit, because most of the other times Walt's been the one to kind of go back on his word with what he tells Jesse. But now it kind of seems like Jesse's going to be the one who kind of do that 180 on Walt this time. But with that being said, you know, I can't believe that Jesse brought his friends into that group session just to get them to persuade those guys up in there to buy that meth. Like, oh man, that is demonic. That is demonic work right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, this episode is pretty much all about persuasion in general, like persuading people and getting them. You know what? That might have been what that ad was at the beginning of the episode, like that commercial that they showed about how irresistible their chicken was and how it's so addicting and everything. You know, like, you can't just have one or two and all that. You got to have more, you know. In some ways, it kind of feels like that's kind of what they were telling in this story, you know. No matter how hard you try to resist that urge, sometimes that urge will overlap you and take control. And that's kind of how I feel like this episode was projected out there in general, you know. And that's kind of what led up to that moment where obviously Walt has to go and confront Gus and basically try to either persuade him or to maybe figure out if him and his family is actually safe. And you know what? I don't really blame Walt for that at all, because realistically, Gus, if he'd wanted to, he could have him taken out at any moment he wants, because we already see that. He's already had 3 people in total taken out. The 2 brothers and then the guy that they were working under, like, just like that. Gus, he's him. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's different. He's a different one. He knows how to get it done. And Walt, you know, he's frightened by that, you know. He's frightened by it because he knows that this man has a lot of power and a lot of say-so in everything, compared to Walt, who only really has say-so in the department that he works in, which is the meth-making part. And, yeah, in some ways, you know, he asked the real question. When those 3 months are up, is him and his family really going to be safe? You're just going to let one of the best meth makers that you've ever run across go so quietly? Like, you're not going to do anything to make him stay on purpose or whatever? Like, in which, you know, we don't know yet, you know, still got to finish up, but we're going to see. I imagine that it's not going to be as simple as that, but yeah, Skyler at the end with that laugh, like, oh man, she basically just said a whole mouthful to I gotta learn her name. I'm in season 3 and I still don't know that lady's name. Like, legit, I need to go ahead and try to start learning her name. But regardless though, you all know what I'm talking about, Hank's wife. And yeah, I'm trying to think, there was something else. But oh yeah, yes, you know, Saul obviously was trying to get Jesse to buy that nail shop, so that way it would be a more believable way of him getting the type of money he's getting, because, you know, obviously you can't get over $1 million. There is no world where you can somehow, some way get over millions of dollars and then out of thin air and it not be fishy. Like, yeah, it's not gonna work like that. But yeah, you know, we're going to see where it all goes with that and where it leads to, because it feels like this episode was a big setup for a lot of things to come. But yeah, with that being said, you know, make sure that you all like the video. Make sure you comment down below and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next one.